All right, we should be good. No intro. We're just gonna get right to it. How you doing, Andy?
Doing good, Paul. How about yourself?
I am good. I put this off long enough. I'm a little hungry, so I needed a biscuit. So it's time to build that
Yeah,
40-meter biscuit.
yeah, absolutely.
Let me just show everyone real quick. Oh, that's the project screen. That's the picture I want right there. Let
There you go.
me embiggen that one a little bit. So here's your website, N0APX.com,
Yep,
and it's got
that's me.
some action photos here. The action figure coming soon. And we go to the shop here and just take a look at what you got. So yeah, you just announced these keychains. What was it, a couple of days ago,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yep. I kind of put them out on social media a couple weeks ago, and then I put a video out on my YouTube yesterday, or the day before. But yeah, just handy dandy little call sign keychains. They're really nice and flexible, and it's a great addition to your keychain. I got them in 3 colors, so order a bunch of them so you can keep all your keychains.
Oh, did I lose you? Not sure if I lost you or if everyone lost me. Hey, Chris, Cooley, how you guys doing? Do you still are you guys still getting the stream? I think I lost Andy, or my stream locked up. You guys have to let me know in the chat who you hear and who you don't hear. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Um, I was about to take a drink. Let me know in chat if you guys still here. I still see meters going. I still see live going. Um, oh, okay. He's out. Okay, we'll wait for him to come back in. I was going to message him real quick. We'll let him come back in, but you guys that are already here, hey, Dave. Thanks, Dave. Probably know what I'm talking about, but I thought it's finally time for me to build this this biscuit of Andy's. I met Andy at I believe it was Dayton, or was it? No, it was More actually. It was More Expo. Um, so let me just. Yeah, I don't need advertisements while I'm streaming. The fact that you advertise to me on Kick while I'm streaming is enough for me to block you. So we'll wait for Andy to come back. He'll pop back up in here. But yeah, I met Andy at the More Expo briefly and got his card, I think, or something. And that's where I first heard about the biscuit antenna. But yeah, for those who don't know, it's just this 3D printed basic little kit you buy. You get a 20-meter or 40-meter. I got the 40 because even though I work 20 a lot, 40 is what I use the most as far as MCOM. So this is the kit. I'm hoping I didn't lose any of the parts. I think I got all those parts. So we'll take a look and then hope for Andy to come back. I'm just watching Discord, see if he. Okay, oh, he did message me. Let's see. No worries, Andy. You come back when you can. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and go to this and then bring Andy in as soon as he comes back. So I put it in this little case in the hopes that I wouldn't lose anything. So here's the wire. When Andy comes back, he'll have to tell me how much wire's here. It's enough for at least 40, so maybe it's 70 feet or so. We'll just set that aside. So we got the 2 pieces of the biscuit. No worries, Andy. You come in when you can. That's the thing about my live streams, guys. I'm not. You want to join me? Join me. If you need to leave, leave. If you have problems, don't worry about it. And I can put the link if you want to join me. If anyone else wants to join and just chat about it or show their antenna that they built from Andy's website there. Let me know in Discord in Andy's channel there, and I'll I'll post the link to join the stream. Comes with a QR code and the action figure photo. Oh, here's Andy. Here we go. Let me get him in here.
All right, I'm back.
There
At
we
least
go.
see if my internet just glitches all figured out. But
so the chat seems to think that this happens a lot. I don't remember. I've seen you on a lot of streams, but
yeah,
I was asked,
well,
did
I
it freeze?
recently,
Did Andy freeze?
yeah, I recently switched my internet, and because I was having a lot of glitches and issues. And the new one, literally, the old one was just slow and it would glitch like crazy. The new one literally just died, just now, just flat out died. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no worries, man. I was just mentioning that your kit here comes with a card with an image of the Andy N0APX biscuit action figure. So make sure you get someone to work on that and start printing out some action figures with the hat. You have to have the hat.
Well, there we go. I'll have to think about that.
I have one of those hats. I never use it. But anyway, all right. So first of all, you're gonna have to look at this and tell me if I've lost anything. Do I have everything I need?
Okay, so according to my mental inventory, you've got everything, but I'll have to double check my pictures. I always do when I'm packing a case. So you see here, you got the 2 big case pieces, you got the knob, the washer, 2 toroids, the 3 pieces of the BNC assembly, 2 screws, and the BNC mount with magnet wire. The only thing I'm not seeing is the actual antenna wire itself.
Oh yeah, it's off to the side.
Okay. All right.
And
well, there you go. You got it.
I forget, how much wire length do you provide for the 40 meter?
For the 40, I provide 68. You'll need to trim a couple feet off to tune it or fold it back to tune it, however you want to do that. But I give you plenty of extra to make sure. I'm thinking about, getting a lot of feedback where people are like, it's just too much. So I might start scaling that back down to, 66, 67 feet just to make sure you still got plenty, but not, an excessive amount. So
I'll, if I can, I think I can fit it just as a sloper up to from my antenna connection outside to the top of my push-up mast. And so what I'll do is after the stream, I'll go out and I'll measure. I'll try to get it. I'll probably be using this mostly for voice, so I'll probably try to get it to send her. I don't know how wide it is as far as, the tuning dip. So do you have any idea like how, will it be pretty much under, let's say 2 to 1 across the whole band? Or
once you get it tuned up, it should be under 2 to 1, under 2.5 to 1 for sure across the whole band, but under 2 to 1 probably. Yeah, I'd say under 2 to 1 for across the band.
I'll probably try to get my dip somewhere around 725, 724.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel free to provide me feedback if you can't get it there for some reason. If you have an issue, always give me feedback. I say, like on my QRZ ad and stuff, that I don't offer just a straight out guarantee, but if you contact me, I will try to help you get the problem fixed. If you've got a real issue and you contact me, just let me know and I'll work with you on it for sure. So
I'm looking real quick. I just realized I don't have the instructions. I guess I could watch the video, but that seems. Let's see.
Yeah, so I don't have written instructions
so
yet.
That's okay.
Where's my volume? I actually need to build. Let's see here.
Are you going to build one as well?
20. I need to build a 20, but I don't need to build a 40. But I'll tell you what, I can kind of let me grab the parts for my 20 real quick, and I'll just kind of, as I go through the process, I'll kind of tell you what's different about the 40. And you can do that as I build the 20 here. So let me grab a couple parts.
Sounds good.
And I'll be right back. They're on the other side of the shack here, so just give me a sec.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was initially planning on just watching his video and building. Is it clipping now? But it just pull a cable out, stretch it this far. Right here. Let's see, when was that? That was 3 minutes ago. Let me know if I'm still clipping. I should not be clipping. Let me check my.
You're clipping a little bit on my end.
Let me disable this compressor. All right, I got the. You know what it probably is this voice focus thing. All right, let me know how it is now. I just disabled the compressor and voice focus.
That
Elgato's.
definitely sounds a lot better.
Yeah, let me know if it starts clipping again, guys. And I got to narrow that down because it's been doing it lately, and I have a feeling it's Elgato's wavelength voice. They added a voice clipper thing that's supposed to just focus on voice, so it may be messing up. Oh no, it's what the Mike? Shouldn't you be at a POTA or something making a video on a Saturday?
Hey, Mike.
He tuned his ladder, so he has to find something new to tune. The last video I saw was a ladder POTA. So what I should do is I should just pull up an image so I can kind of see what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get a ladder biscuit from me anytime soon. That's gonna take a little engineering prowess.
Oh yeah, I can't see. Okay, yeah, because I can't see the things inside. Yeah, what I was
So the
planning, I
first thing
told him I was just gonna watch your video as I built it. I didn't plan on doing a live stream of this,
yeah,
and then
the
just
first
make a
thing you're
video of the
going to want to
build.
do, Paul, is
Yeah.
glue those two toroids together in a stack. If you haven't already done that, that's
Okay.
the 20 is different than the 40. The 40,
Yeah.
the two toroids need glued together. If you got super glue or something, it'll glue fast. That's what I
Does
typically
super glue
use. Just
work, or should I zip tie
oh
it, or?
oh yeah, no, I glue it together with Gorilla super glue, and it works just fantastic. So
Okay, let me grab that Gorilla
yeah,
Glue.
yeah.
Mike's getting ready to head out now. Hopefully, I can QSO him. The Alabama QSO party is this weekend, so I've been working that a little bit. But I'll look for your spots, Mike, and see if I can QSO you because I can't normally reach you until you do 40 meters, in the evening, those evening POTAs. But let me get that glue in the kitchen. I'll be right back. All right. I suppose I'll probably need a blade. Clean that magnet wire off. All right. Anything special, Mike, on the video today, or just kind of a standard POTA? Doing anything crazy? QRM party. Alabama's hard for me so far today. I got one CW and one voice, but it's kind of one of those where
You're better than me. I haven't done any operating yet today.
well, the only reason I do it is our club. There's a group of guys that like to, kind of as a club, try to get on the list of. I think we're 11th or something like that for QSO. So every year they do a QSO party, like a combined contest, and clubs and groups are basically competing with each other. So the more QSO parties and the more QSOs you make at each QSO party, the better your club does and the more multipliers. So I'm just doing it kind of to help out the club and
Okay.
yeah. All right, that's gluing. We'll set that aside. Oh, you're just doing POTA. Okay. I'll watch for the spots. Maybe I can get this antenna put up and tune it on 20 if you're just doing 20. I'll cut it for 40 and tune it on 20.
There you go. Yeah, it does very well on 20, so shouldn't have a problem there. I don't have my power drill with me today. I'll go ahead and show you this first step here.
I did this one,
so
or you already did this one.
Yeah, this one I do before I ship it, just for safety and shipping. I was just going to show everybody here.
Okay.
I just put a screw in this spindle, and you'll get it that way when I ship it to you. Whether it's a kit or an assembled unit, that's just for safety and stability for that pin. That pin's the one point that likes to shear if it gets under pressure with no support in there. So
Gotcha.
I always ship it with a support already installed. So
I'm going to shrink myself and bring me into the image.
Right. So whenever I ship these, I clean up the parts ahead of time. But since I just grabbed this out of my stock, I'm going to do a little part cleanup as we go here, so don't worry about me.
So should I unwind this wire as I wind the
Yes.
toroids? Is that the best
No,
method?
no, you should just go ahead and unwind all of that wire.
Oh, okay.
Get it
All
all unwound, and then it should be a little over 3 feet of magnet wire. For the 40, it's actually just slightly longer than that. But
And now
go ahead
why?
and get the magnet
So
wire
for
out as
40,
well.
so why is there 2 toroids for 40?
It's a
Why is
double
that
stack
needed?
toroid.
Uh-huh.
So the whole antenna is thicker, and I was able to fit a double stack in there. So that means you have more power you can put through it safely without it
Okay.
overheating. And there's been some tests and stuff done that says that's a little bit better efficiency with a double
Oh,
stack.
okay. All right.
So yes, but yes, you can definitely put more power through it. You can put a 100-watt single sideband without issue
Oh,
through the
very
40.
good. You want
And
me to
I
test
wouldn't
it?
recommend going over 15 or 20 in digital like
Oh,
FT8,
okay, yeah.
but yeah, single sideband, yeah, I push 100 through it, no problem.
You want me to test 500 on it and give you a report?
There you go. That would be if you want to.
That's my max.
Absolutely, go ahead, go ahead.
No,
Have
that's
you got an
100 is
Aurora?
plenty. No, I bought that or not Intellitron, what is it? Ameritron. Of course, they don't sell anymore, but Ameritron,
Yeah.
the mobile one. It's the
Yeah.
mobile app, ALS 500M, I think, or mobile
Uh-huh.
app, the mobile amp. And what I like
Yeah.
about it is it's compact. So I'm using it in the house. I trimmed all the wires back because it was made for mobile, right, to go across inside of the car.
Yeah.
And its face is about the size, maybe 2 times the size of a standard 30 amp power supply. So it
Okay.
fits right in my case right here. It doesn't take up a lot of space like those big
Yeah.
800-watt,
Yeah.
manual looking things.
Yeah. So the next step you're gonna want to do after you
All
have it
right.
all straightened out is you're gonna want to fold back about 8 or 9 inches of your magnet wire.
Okay.
Fold it back and then kind of twist that loop up all the way down to the end. That gets that makes that really easy to get those first 2 double lines on there.
All right.
And get that wound up.
Yeah, this is one of the things I've been needing to do, and I just seem to get so busy and I get
will
behind
say
on everything.
I will say these 82 size toroids are definitely easier to wind than like say a 50 or something, They're just a little bit bigger, and it's really a lot easier to wind these than some of the smaller ones. After you get that wound up, you're going to want to make sure at the base of your winding here that you have a little bit of line free.
Oh, I got you.
Just a little bit of wire loose at the very end of that. And then for the 20, they're both 49-to-1 windings, but for the 20, I do a ratio of 2-to-14. So I do 2 primary windings and 12 secondary windings. But on the 40, I do 3 primary windings. So with your twisted wire, I do 3 windings, and then
single wind.
Yeah, single wire for the rest of the 21. It'll be 18 single wire windings, and I do the crossover wind. When you pull it through and
go to the other side.
To the other side, I do that at the 11th. The 11th turn goes through and across to the other side.
Okay.
On the 40. Yep.
Hey, Chris, good to see you. Chris Bricker in the house.
Hey, Chris.
Now Jeff in the house. Pore saturation becomes easier as the temp of the toroid goes up. Yep. Yeah, I understand. I get the gist of things. I don't know the numbers and all that. I need a Smoke and 8 PowerPoint to remind me how all this stuff works.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
Now I forget. It's been a while since I wound one. Am I starting with the twisted side?
Yes. Those are the twisted wires, your primary winding, and every time you go through the center of that thing, that counts as 1 turn.
Oh,
so the first time you stick that through the center of that thing, that's turn number 1. So yeah, every time that passes through the center of your toroid, that counts as a turn.
Is it a bad thing if I put tape around the outside of this? This still isn't dry. I should have used hot glue gun. Let me find something to wipe this. Hold on.
You're good.
It's kind of oozing out the side. Maybe I put too much on it. All right, let's hope this holds. I'm just going to kind of wipe it down a little bit because it oozed out. I think with super glue, less is more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this might try to shift on me a little bit, but let's see if I can get through it. If I can't, well, that's the stream, folks. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll put this up, tune it, and see if I can get on 40 with this as a sloper. I usually use an end-fed from Chameleon in an inverted V for my NVIS, but I'm going to try this one as a sloper. Okay, so I forget too. Now on this first one,
Yeah.
you know, with the loop, I know I eventually cut this, right? And it's going to be soldered. So how much space should I leave? Like how far outside of the loop?
You're going to want to leave, you're going to want to actually, you know, when we left that little bit of extra on the other end.
Yeah.
On the other end of that winding, with the little extra, you're going to want to pull it all the way through to that.
Oh, so should I start with this?
You're going to want to pull it all the way back to that. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're going to want to make sure that whole section that's going to have to go through. Yeah, that's going to go through your through the hole in the case and out to the BNC connector. So you're going to want to start there. Then you're going to want to wind.
Okay.
You know, do your 3 windings. That's winding number 1. Pull it around, do it again. That's number 2. Pull it around, do it again. That's number 3. Then you're going to have some extra of the twisted wire, and you're going to want to trim that back to about the same length as that single wire sticking out, maybe slightly longer.
Yeah, and this is going to stay sticking out, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, so we're going to shoot for how many winds again before we cross? Did you say 9?
So you're going to want to stick before you. Okay, so your primary winding, which is the twisted wire, you do 3 windings. There. Yeah, that's through the center. That's 1. You pull it around and pull it back through the center again. Just the twisted section.
Okay. Now, do I want to go this way with it, or do I want to go that way with it?
Just pull it around the outside, stick it back through. It doesn't really matter which direction you go necessarily.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
You're just going to want to take the rest of the wire the other direction. But
yeah, this is going to be.
There you go. That's 2.
Okay.
Pull it through and put it through one more time, and that'll be your 3rd and final winding right there.
Okay.
I think if I can see right, that's your 3rd
winding.
That's
my 3rd winding.
So there you go. Leave that out. It looks like it's short enough. You may just want to just clip the center of that loop open, and then you can strip it down, and we can see. It looks like your toroids are slightly shifted a little bit. Those, if they shift too far at all, you're going to definitely have trouble getting it to slide down in the slot in your infit.
Yeah, it's still shifting. I don't. Maybe this super glue I have isn't the best.
Why don't you set that to the side, let it dry a little bit, and go ahead and assemble your BNC bracket.
Okay,
that'll give that a chance to dry.
And I need the solder and all that eventually, right?
Eventually, yeah. A lot of that'll be soldered together, but yeah. Let me grab my super glue because I need to assemble my BNC bracket.
All right. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining Prep Piglet level, and Jeff's Prep Piglet for 6 months. Thank you guys for the support.
So, does yours have a groove cut in the bracket? Does it have like a little slot in your BNC bracket? Your little BNC bracket? Does it have where the flange of the BNC connector goes? Does it fit in tight, or does it just face?
It looks like it's flat, both sides.
Okay. I changed it and put a groove in here after that. It'll still fit.
There might be.
Fits a little better with the groove.
There might be a little bit of a groove there. Can you see that? Look there. Maybe.
Yeah. I know. I put a little bit more pronounced groove after I realized it was going to make it just sit a little better. So if you have too much trouble, I can always ship you a new bracket. But it should still work. I've shipped several of those assembled units with that bracket, so it should work. You shouldn't have any issue. What you want to do is you want to just apply glue. I like to apply it around the face as I'm going to insert the BNC connector. So I apply it to the
on
face
the 3D. Okay, gotcha.
And then stick the BNC connector through. Then I put my glue or my my little shield connector piece down. It's kind of like a washer. And then the nut goes on. You just tighten her up, and you want to make sure that if you're holding the BNC connector with the external BNC connector piece, the one you plug the cable into, if that's facing away from you, then you want the flange to be on the right side.
Okay, let me see which side is flat. Yeah, so I got it right. So the flat side is where the wire is going to attach.
Yeah, so you want it to look like this, basically. You want it to come out that side. Right. Yeah, that's the side it definitely needs to come out of for the wire stall line up and everything. So
I think I brought my wrench.
If it goes out the other side, you just want to make sure you have enough magnet wire to reach, but if it goes out this side, you shouldn't have any trouble. And then if you got a pair of pliers to tighten it, yeah, there you go. You can tighten that down a little bit.
It loosened off of the nut. I'm hoping it has enough. I might have to Dremel that out, maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like it's on the threads, and then it just pops right off. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I kept having issues like that every once in a while. It wasn't like every unit was doing that to me, but a few of them were, and I was like, you know what, let's just fix this. So I've been printing them with a groove ever since. But apparently you bought yours before I added the groove as a feature. So
yeah, it's weird. It's well, we'll see what it does, and then if I need to, I can pop that out. Yeah, I can Dremel that down a little bit.
James Quirky QRP just jumped in the chat. Got one of those antennas in trade for a Mammoth mat. Yes, I just got my Mammoth mat. It's beautiful. And my little 1-year-old little girl loves running around and playing on it on the floor in the living room. So I haven't had a chance to take it out to photo yet, but she sure enjoyed it. So thank you.
Yeah, the Mammoth mat is very cool, James. I have a lot of funny little ideas to do with it, similar to what Mike is it K2MAK, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, K2MAK. His yoga thing, funny things like that. I've thought of a lot of 15-second shorts to use that Mammoth mat just for fun.
Oh yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Okay, I'm gonna let that sit.
Beautifully made piece of kit, though. It's really great.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I had he put the logo on for me, so that's cool. My logo.
Yeah, I don't even have a logo yet, so I wasn't able to get one put on mine. But yeah, it's
well. I think honestly, I'm serious. You need to incorporate the hat in your logo.
You think?
The fedora has to be in the logo somewhere.
All right. Well, there we go. We'll think about it. We'll
think on that.
Maybe like the biscuit with googly eyes and then the hat on top.
And the hat. There you go, man. Okay. Is there a better side for this to stick out than another?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You want it to stick out this side specifically. The flange. You want it to be sticking out this side specifically. So
okay.
You want it to stick out. Here? Yeah. If you're turning it that direction, yes. I think I'm trying to see if you've got it turned the right direction. I think you've got it turned the right direction. It needs to stick out the right side. If the internal pin is facing you, it needs to stick out the right side.
So if I'm looking at it at the pin, it should be sticking out on my right.
Just like that, it should be sticking out to your right. Yes.
Like this.
No.
The other way. Okay, so I had it right the first time.
I think you did. I'm having a hard time telling which direction your camera's turned.
And I think I did this backwards so that see how you can read this? This should be normal for you. Can you read this normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I flipped my camera, so it's probably backwards to you. I did that so I could read things, and so could everybody on the stream. All right, I think this is right. I'm looking at the pin, and it's sticking out to the right. My right.
Okay, if you're holding it that direction and looking at it and it's sticking out to the right, then you're right. That's correct.
All right, we're good. I'm going to set that aside because that still pops off.
All right. So that assembly is complete. That'll just pop into your antenna later. Your toroids, is that dried yet, or are you still waiting on that to kind of?
I don't know, man. Which brand did I get? I've got the Gorilla stuff, but I'll be honest, this doesn't seem to oh, you know why? It doesn't say super glue. It says Gorilla Glue pen.
Oh,
ouch.
Yeah.
Is that a different type of glue?
They've got several different types, but their super glue is like the fast drying stuff, but if you don't get fast drying, then yeah, it could take a while for sure. But
all right. So, well, let me go ahead and start winding. I'm just gonna have to hold it tight and then.
yeah, I just don't want it to suddenly dry in a skewed position. If you can finish the winding and then lock it in straight, that's fine. You just don't want to. Super glue has a tendency to all of a sudden just dry and lock something in, and if it locks it in a skewed position, then you're in trouble. But yeah, if it's not super glue, then you can probably finish the winding and then kind of lock it in from there.
All right, I'm gonna go the other direction with the single.
Yeah, and you'll want to do that. So you've got your first 3 windings. So I would start counting your fourth, and is your fourth winding is your first single wire. So count 4 all the way up to 11, and then that's when you're going to cross over.
All right. I guess I should watch Discord. It's not flashing to see if anyone else wanted to come on. Or I got so many toroids to wind. I've kind of gotten addicted to that, but I haven't had time to do them. Just to wind them, I just enjoy it. It's just fun.
You enjoy winding them? That's funny. A lot of people don't. I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of enjoyed it to start with, and then after selling so many of these units, it gets a little old after a while. But you know, it's not terrible. So
yeah, I'm sure it would get old. I could see that. I do wear glasses because I know at some point that wire is going to get out of my hand and jab me in the eye.
Oh yeah, it can be unruly stuff.
So I saw yesterday on Chris's stream, or was that a video? No, that was a stream, right? Yeah, we were chatting. Talking about World Radio League. Yeah, good. I have that up today, and I was setting up the integrations with N0APX.
Nice. Yeah.
And what was the other one? Oh, WSJTX.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. That's I do work for those guys, and in a part-time capacity, and I work for I run N0APX antennas in a part-time capacity, and then I have another full-time job. So
yeah, busy. Seems like that's the way all seem to be these days. 7.
See Andy Cowley in the chat. Hey Andy, how you doing?
Andy, good to see you. Seems like I haven't seen you for a while. Maybe I haven't been on the streams.
I know. I haven't been jumping in stream comments for a while now recently, so I need to.
All right. And in regular fashion, Paul fashion, I have lost track. I think I'm at 9, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're crossing at 11.
So remember,
right?
every time, you're crossing at 11. That's 11 total, not just 11 singles. That's 11 total, counting your 3 primaries. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
while you were winding that, I was sitting here experimenting with using fire to strip the magnet coating on a wire, but I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna cut it. I usually use just wire cutters and just carefully strip the coating, but I was gonna see if fire would do it for me, but it doesn't look like it's wanting to do it properly. It's just kind of blackening everything. It's doing a little bit, but it's blackening everything more than burning it off. It does speed up the process if you fire it first, though. Huh, that's interesting. Good to know.
All right, there we got 11 now. Yeah, I just use an X-Acto. Just spray it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I use these guys. They're like come with your Creality 3D printer.
Oh yeah, I've got that. I haven't thought of that. I guess that would do both sides too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it does both sides at once, and so you kind of strip it off a little bit quicker.
Okay, now when I'm when I'm crossing over,
Uh-huh.
it looks like I would cross over to where the dual is, correct? And then work my way away from it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And when you
And the
when you
and
when you
11 is the crossover, right? Not
11
10.
is the crossover wind.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
All right.
And when you cross over, it's going to look like it's going to go right through the center of where that thing needs to slide down inside the antenna, which it does. But after you're done, you kind of pinch the winding around kind of in a group after you do
Yeah.
the after you finish winding it. You can kind of pinch those around in a group and get that out of the way, and it'll fit, won't affect it really. So
All right. So that was my 11th. So I gotta. I always wondered about that. Why sometimes you see windings that are all tight on one side and sometimes they're not.
yeah,
I didn't know if
yeah.
that makes a difference. All right. That's 11.
I see some people say a Dremel works really good for stripping magnet wire, but I never have figured
Mhm.
out how to do that. I don't know exactly what they mean by that.
Yeah, I've heard that as well, and I could see that if you get like the grinder stone. Oh man, you're
Yeah.
right. See, all of a sudden the glue is starting to stick good, so
Yeah,
I
yeah, you're
I
gonna
gotta
want to
keep
make sure that thing's aligned really good.
try on this. Yeah, we're good. All right. 12. How many more wines am I doing?
You're doing 21 total, including your primaries.
13. I'm looking nice and tight if I can.
Yeah, yeah, you'll want to keep them tight so to make sure you have plenty of wire and that it fits well inside the casing.
15. Yeah, I feel like I need to put my magnifying lenses on just to make sure. My close-up vision is slowly fading as I get older. Oh, that's much better. Oh, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17. Whoops. 18. Oh yeah, you got plenty of wire here.
N0APX makes some specifically for enamel wire, but they're a little pricey, says Jeff in the chat. That's interesting. I have to look those up. At this point, it'd almost be worth it.
I don't know which brand I have. The stuff I bought rolls of just to start doing some of this.
He said, I
Whatever
think
I
he's talking
got,
about
probably.
N0APX, like a wire stripper for magnet wire.
Oh, is there something specifically made to do that?
That's what he's saying. Let me look it up.
Hmm.
Sure enough, stripping tweezers. Interesting. There's stripping tweezers, and then there's enamel wire. The ones I'm seeing aren't that pricey, so maybe he's looking at something else.
Is it the same brand?
It's the same brand, but it's not. It's just like a pair of tweezers for enamel wire. So I'm thinking,
Right.
if Jeff, if you're in my Discord, send me a note with a link to those if you can. If you're not in my Discord, tell me. I can give Paul a link for you to join. Put in the chat.
Am I able to grab yours? If I can't, let me see if I can grab your invite.
A Discord link? Yeah, I can send it to you in private chat real quick. Let's see here. General, create invite.
No, you got it here. You got it allowed. I can do it.
What's that?
You've allowed everyone. You've allowed me to do it.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
See if
perfect.
this works here. Make sure I've got the right. Yeah, N0APX. That's Andy's Discord. So join that.
Thank you.
All right. So we got our 21, and it feels like the toroid is nice and tight, and we're even.
Good, good. And I just saw James Quirky QRP said, "Love the antenna so far." That's great, James. I'm glad to hear that.
Nice.
And yes, Jeff, it is 49-1. That is the ratio. So yeah. Catching up.
Has anything started on fire yet? Welcome 45. Nothing yet. 45. We haven't let out the gunpowder.
I was literally lighting my magnet wire on fire just a minute ago. So yes, something has.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna count again. Let me make sure.
Hey, 45 Otto. Great to see you.
$21. All right.
All right.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Now, do you want to let that glue dry any longer, or are you good to go ahead and move on with the next step?
It takes a bit of pressure for me to move it, but it's straight. So
Okay.
I think we're okay.
Okay, you're gonna want to go ahead and clip some of that wire off there. Don't clip too much off. You can always clip a little more if you need to. So clip, yeah, I'd say, yeah, right about there.
5-6 inches.
Maybe slightly more than that. Maybe slightly more than that.
Oh, more.
No. Yeah, clip a little more than that. Right about there.
All right, and then I need to clip that loop, right?
Yeah, just clip that loop open. It looks like it's short enough. You'll just want to clip it open.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris Radio Online, for the YouTube channel share. I appreciate it. I think that's
thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm used to having someone else run stuff.
I don't video or just my video on this thing, or if it's just my channel. I'm not sure which one he posted, but he did post a link that goes to my channel. So thank you.
Oh yeah, Chris is. I forgot. Chris is an administrator on my thing. What I don't like about Restream and StreamYard, you can only have so many seats to come in and actually help in the stream, but he can help on YouTube side. Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
Do we have a I was just looking here. Do we have a spam bot in the chat here?
Is there something going on? Oh, yeah. Thank you, 45. I think is who told me. It's from Kick. Yeah, I'm going to stop doing those things. It's like if you're really a professional and want me to use your services to boost my channel, whether it's graphics or emojis, you don't stream in the middle of a live stream, or you don't post in the middle of a live stream. You'd be smart enough.
Yeah.
You send me a message.
Yeah.
So that tells me if I see a post, I immediately, whether they're legit or not, I immediately disregard it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay. So you'll want to go ahead now, and after you get that done, you want to strip all 4 of your wires. You've got 3 sticks. One of them's a double wire, so you want all 4 of those. Strip probably a good inch of enamel off the end. You know, 3/4 of an inch or an inch of enamel off the end. That way you got plenty to work with. Then we can move on to the next step after that. While he's doing that, I'm going to grab my screwdriver. I need my power drill in here, but I don't have it with me. Not at least not the one with the charged battery. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'll wait for now. I'll walk through.
Okay, this will take me a minute anyway.
Okay. This is just a knob assembly, and it's really easy to go on. So I'll tell you, it's better to do it before you get your antenna wire on because it's easier to work with. But yeah, you put the screw in from the inside of the casing, screw it through, and then screw the knob on halfway. I need my power drill so badly, but I don't have it. Oh, I didn't grab a knob. Give me just a second.
All right.
There we go. Okay. And you just put your knob on there and screw it in.
And then continues. Okay.
The knob's got a hole in the bottom of it where the screw goes, so it fits together really easily. Except
Let's see
that
if I can do this without cutting the wire. Try this.
Now, when I go to start soldering mine, I don't have a
Mm.
camera on my solder station, so I'll kind of just walk you through as you're soldering if you have any
Okay.
questions. But I'll have to solder mine off camera probably. I want to get a camera set up over there. It's on the other side of the shack.
Yeah.
My new assembly station, the whole thing's over on the other side of the shack, but I can still put them together on my desk here. So if I need to, but yeah, I want to. I'm gonna get a camera set up over there so I don't have to worry about it.
I set up a little station out there with a webcam in my garage now that I've got it air conditioned, so I can do stuff out there in the garage on the workbench if
There
I
you go. Yeah.
need more tool access instead of getting up and down all the time. All right, 2 down. So how many in chat have already built their antenna, or they have this antenna, I mean? How many in the chat have a biscuit, 20 or 40? Either one.
Yeah, if you've got one, let us know. I'm trying to remember everybody who's bought one from me. So James from Quirky QRP, Chris Radio and Life.
Chris, I know, has been using his.
I can't remember if Jeff got one or not. I'm not sure. They might be the primary two that have one so far. But if somebody else does,
Jeff.
let me know.
All right, 3 down. Oop, a little space right there. I think I got it. Now this one, as long as it is this going to be too long?
Yeah, it's going to be too long. You're going to want to trim that back a little ways.
So, any idea about how far? Should I wait till it goes on, then clean off the magnet wire?
I would go ahead and clip it. It's going to be about. You're going to want on that side. You're going to want. Can you see this? I may have cut this one a little. Well, this one's about the right length for a 20, but you're going to want it slightly longer than that for a 40. So just a little bit longer than that right there.
We'll call it good there. About 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. And you might want to trim. I would say on that big one, trim at least an inch of magnet wire coating off. That way you can always as you assemble it, you'll have a little bit of extra you'll want to clip off anyway. So trim off a good inch and a half of coating there.
Yeah, I'll knock off a couple inches of that right here.
Hey, Digital Rancher, good to see you. He's one of the first ones I ever showed the N-Fed biscuit to at More Expo earlier this year. One of the early versions of it. I showed him one at More Expo, I believe. So
yeah, good to see you, Robert. Are you back from your trip, Robert? He was on that trip. I was hoping to go, but it just didn't work out. Up to Colorado and such. Been watching some of their videos, him and Frank and Jason. All right, I think just a little bit right there. I keep thinking I have. Okay, that's good. All right, I got about 2 inches off on that side.
There you go. All right, so your twisted wire. So your twisted wire, you're going to want to go ahead and twist that together all the way down as tight as you can, straight as you can, all the way to the end.
All right, I'm going to retwist it then here.
I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly tight, but I mean, you want to twist it as straight as you can all the way down at the end. Keep it flat together. The ends have to be flat together really well, or it won't fit through all the holes it needs to fit through. So if you need to take a pair of pliers and smush them together a little bit at the end there, you can, but they're going to have to be very, very tightly.
They're offset a little bit. That might work.
Yeah, it'll probably work. We'll see what happens.
We'll try it.
Maybe just squeeze them together just a little bit. But yeah, okay. So you're going to want to take it and insert this this is lined up so that as you insert it into the deal here, you've got kind of a big hole right in the center for the twisted wire, and then a slightly smaller hole off to the side for the single wire. Okay, that's how that goes through there. You just push those in. You don't stick your toroid all the way down in yet. Just get those wires in and get your toroid kind of ready to drop in there. Then what I like to do, it's up to you whether you want to do this or not. It fits pretty snug, but I always like to drop a little hot glue in the bottom.
Okay.
Just to make sure it's gonna, there's nothing's gonna come loose during operation. That's not always necessary, but I like to do it in all the units that I ship. So it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. It's not requirement.
I'm gonna leave it as is, just because we're streaming.
Yeah.
If I find a need, I can desolder, bring it out, and try to
I'm gonna
redo it.
grab my hot glue gun and do that to this one. But in that case, go ahead. Make sure your center wire there will fit past that tube in the middle. Kind of slide it off to the side. The crossover wire in the middle of the toroid. Make sure it'll fit over that
Oh,
deal.
I got you.
Center.
Yeah, he's talking
Kind
about
of squeeze it to the side a little bit if you need to.
Yeah, so we're gonna move that center wire in there. If you guys can see that crossover. And I think I'll use my little flathead.
Oh, there you go. Just kind of push it over to the side. You can also kind of squeeze your windings together a little bit. That'll help. Looking more like a game of Operation. Chris Berker in the chat just said.
I loved that game as a kid.
I never played it, just to be real honest with you. I've seen it, but I've never played it myself.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
It's funny.
Let's see, pull that one out. Oh, these aren't clamping all the way down. I got the wrong ones for this.
So yeah, once you get that lined up, you just slide that all the way to the bottom. Pull those wires through.
Yeah, that's a tight one. So I might want to keep that crossover one a little loose.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's exactly right. Keep it slightly loose so that you can. And now you can see why I said you want to make sure those toroids are lined up perfectly. Otherwise, you're going to have
there we go.
Issues. There you go.
That's pretty tight in there. I don't think I'm going to need. That's pretty tight.
Yeah. The 40 is probably tighter than the 20. But yeah, absolutely.
Let me pull these through. Make sure they're tight.
Yeah, go ahead and get those through there, and then we'll move on to the next step there. So.
All right, and then this one just sticks out this way, or is it going to go through that slot in the side?
No, it's going to stay inside. It does look like you've got maybe a little more than I realized you did.
Too much.
You might want to trim that back and scrape off a little bit more coating, just a little bit further, because what you're going to do, you're going to bring your antenna wire inside through that slot,
through here,
and then solder it onto that wire, and then
it's just going to sit inside here, soldered.
Sit inside. You're just going to kind of push it off to the side and smash it down in there and in the crack.
It doesn't need. It won't need like a sleeve on it or anything, shrink wrapped or anything, so it's not touching.
I never have done that. No,
okay.
It doesn't need anything like that at all.
So basically, I could cut it down to like this.
You want enough that you can twist your wire onto plenty far, and then kind of solder that together really good. But
it's just going to sit in here, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly right. So you can twist a lot. You can twist quite a bit of it off. I mean, cut quite a bit of it off, and trim it back. Sorry, I didn't realize how much you actually had there on there.
Well, it's hard to tell
over
camera.
a screen sometimes.
Yeah, no worries. I always like having more than less.
Oh yeah. If you trim too much off, you're in trouble. But if you don't trim enough, you can always trim more. So. Shoot just a little bit of hot glue on the bottom of this one. I'll go ahead
Man, this is being stubborn on this end here. Come on.
I don't know if you're a Gerber fan or a Leatherman fan or anything like that, but I
I've got
will tell you,
Gerber's.
yes, a multi-tool is your best friend with these things. If you're gonna build
Yeah.
multiples of them.
You know, it's funny. I've
But
got
yeah,
Gerber tools, and they're all pretty much one in my truck and in my like grab and
yeah,
go bags. I never actually use them. They're just sitting there waiting for an event to
yeah.
happen.
I love Gerber. I carry a Gerber suspension NXT with me about everywhere I go. I need to upgrade to another. I want to get another Gerber model, but I haven't decided which one yet
They
that
got
I
some
want to
good
get.
tools, knives, I think it's a Gerber, a little saw, kind of like a
Oh yeah,
compact travel saw
yeah,
or something. They've got some good
yeah,
products, knives and such.
yeah. They do. Gerber's got some great stuff.
And if you get hungry, you can just get the mashed peas or or runny. What's that? What was the horrible? Was it the peas? The Gerber kids food, baby food?
Oh yeah.
Probably a different
You had
company.
me really confused there just for a second.
Probably not even the same company. Different logos, I think. All right, that's good.
Okay, so your next step. Do you have like a helping hands unit like a
I do not.
where's mine?
Oh, this not.
I've got the Omni
Fire.
Fixo based off of the recommendation from the guys over at Ham Radio Workbench podcast, and so
Yeah.
that's like extraordinarily helpful for like some of these next steps here. But
Okay.
if you can just get it set it up somewhere here, then your next step is going to be to grab your. The next thing you're going to want to do is you grab your BNC assembly. You're not going to probably want to put your wire in just yet.
All right.
You want to grab your BNC assembly and go ahead and glue that in.
Let's hope that's holding.
Just glue it in the slot.
Oh, this
The other
way.
direction. The flange is a kind of a stopper flange
that.
at the bottom. There you go. There you
Got
go.
it.
Yep. So you just run your super glue around the bottom of that flange is what I typically do, like this before you put it in, and then drop it in there and let it dry.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is not quick dry.
Yeah. Typically says on the bottle how long it takes to dry. I don't know if that one does or not, but most of them.
I had some
do.
other out in the garage I used on something else this morning, and I couldn't get it out of the bottle, so I guess it dried inside the bottle.
It's always annoying.
Okay. I have a feeling it's going to come off, but we'll see if I can solder it, at least for now, just to finish the assembly. And then if I need to, I'll Dremel down one side a little bit.
So the double twisted wire
Mhm.
goes to the center pin, and the single wire goes to the flange. And if for some reason your single wire is too short to reach the flange, you can always bend the flange back at 90 degrees and then connect it. But I think it looks like you got plenty of wire there. So the twisted wire goes center pin, and the double wire goes to, or the single wire goes to the flange.
Yeah, that's going to pop off. Dang it.
Yep, mine did too. Mine hadn't dried yet.
Well, I'm going to try it just like that. I'm going to bring that up a little bit.
This is going to be a problem if I'm not careful. There we go. Okay. Might work.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to have to Dremel that out a little bit.
Yeah, let that dry a little bit.
No, yeah. I think I do need to Dremel that piece out
and
make a groove. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do that.
Oh, did your BNC pop out?
Yeah, that's what keeps popping off.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's holding.
My bracket popped out.
I mean, it's on the first set of threads. It's just, I guess it's not on enough to hold it.
If you don't want to Dremel it out, drip just a little bit of that super glue on there. on like the threads and the other side, and that should hold it
Yeah.
in. But if you do want to just pull it apart and dribble it out, I wouldn't blame you. I couldn't
We'll
remember
see
if I
what it
sent you
does.
this unit before I made the change or after, but during some of the
Yep.
production, I realized, hey, this needs to be
We'll see what it
changed, and
does.
so
Because I can always, oh man, got to unplug my Meshtastic device. It's not going to fit. Okay. I do love my USB soldering pen. I don't use my Weller anymore.
Oh, do you have a pine sill?
This one is what was the name of it? What was on here? Oh, I have no idea what that says.
Oh,
N3? I don't know, one of those
okay,
Chinese
okay,
brands.
nice. I'll have to. So USB-C, they work pretty well.
Yeah, this charger or power supply is 65 watts. And this thing, oh, I love it. I had a nice one of those $60, $70 Wellers, and I never could get good at it, but all you do, watch how quick this thing heats up. Push the up arrow. That's
Oh my
Celsius.
lands.
It's already at
That's
nearly 300.
insane.
I think 400 is the max. Yeah, I mean it's ready. I don't have to
That's
hold a trigger. I
crazy.
don't have to do anything.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I've got a cheap Harbor Freight soldering station. It does really well, but might have to look into one of those one of these days.
all right. Let me tin this thing up. Oh, I didn't put my flux on. I usually use flux, but let's see if I can do this. Good. Yeah, this thing came off. I'm gonna have to use a different glue or something. I'll just solder it for now. I'll put just a dab of flux in there. All right. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll cut the wire, just to attach it here, and I'll assemble it all, and we'll call that good for today. And then that looks good. The cold. I think it's okay.
You're saying
See
what
any
now?
gaps. I'm thinking we'll put the wire in, we'll attach the wire, and then I'll put some different crazy glue on here to try to get it to
Okay.
stay.
I
I'll
would
let it
recommend
dry.
you go ahead and put the knob on before you put your wire in, because then it just wants to twist the wire up and stuff while you're trying to
Okay, gotcha.
put it in. But yeah.
And that was on this side?
No, that's on the
This side.
same side as the BNC unit. It just goes on that other hole over there. Yeah.
The
The
knob's
screw
on the
goes through
side
from
of the
the
BNC,
inside.
right?
The knob is on the outside. Yep.
Okay.
The knob is on the outside. The screw goes on the inside there like that.
Yeah, I've prolonged, as I mentioned in Discord, going out and repairing my fence all day. So I've got a bunch of wood panels that need replaced. I bought the wood yesterday and got to go out and do it today. It's not going to get any cooler.
Yeah.
Man, that is tight. I might have to hold that with a pliers. My hand's just slipping. This is where a little power drill would be good.
Exactly. Power drill is great for these screws.
Yeah, my fingers are so slippery. It's just sliding. Let me try to grip it with this if I can.
Have I ever thought about using heat set inserts? Asks Chris. That is actually a good idea. I might have to look into some of those. I have not gotten into any heat set inserts yet, but I may have to check into that.
What does that do?
For like say the knob for any of the assembly parts, use a heat set threaded insert. That way you're not screwing directly into plastic; you're screwing into the heat set insert. So it's potentially a good idea.
All right, that's holding together so far. And that's, oh, we have one more soldering to do, so I'll wait. Yeah, I think I'll let this sit.
Okay.
And after we do the wire,
Yeah.
and then I'll let this sit. I might drop in some more glue or something here. See if I get this to hold. But all right, we're good there.
Yeah. Okay. So your wire, what you want to do is you want to bring the end through the slot to the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to want to strip a little back off the end.
Okay.
And
it's 14
then
gauge?
tie. It's 18 gauge. That one's 18.
18 gauge, yeah.
Yeah, that one's 18. I offer 18 or 22 now. 22 is a new option. 22, I've been really liking how 22 works. So you're also going to want to tie a little knot in that wire before you start twisting it together. That's to keep the keep the strain off the joint and on the knot. So just tie a little
how
knot
much wire should I keep out of there before like beyond the knot?
I would honestly just probably
it's just going to loop in here like this.
Yeah, it's just going to loop around in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit, not much. You won't want too much.
So that's basically the strain relief.
Exactly. Yep. That's exactly right. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Then you just twist those together, solder them together.
All right. We're nearly done for this stream anyway. Then I'll let the glue and everything dry, and then I'll take it out and start cutting it to length.
There you go.
I'll just do a quick video on that later. Yeah, I've got this mat, which isn't even a heat mat. I didn't get my I got one of those blue rubber ones with the compartments, heat resistance and all that. A lot of people have them.
Yeah.
I forgot to get that out because I keep forgetting that this is a cutting mat, not a heat resistant
Yeah.
mat. So I burned.
Yeah,
I've
no, I've got.
that
Yeah,
mat
I just
before.
recently got a soldering mat on my. You can see my new assembly stations over there. You can see it over my shoulder behind me.
Yeah, those are great mats.
For the stream, I needed to get on camera, so I set up here at my primary desk. But yeah, assembly goes a lot better over there these days.
All right. That is good. Frank, that's how you solder. See how smooth that looks? Frank, well, Ham Radio Wilderness Frank. He's getting better, though. I won't give him too much of a hard time. All right. Now, that's going to roll in there. I'll let it cool off. It's going to roll in there. We're going to put this on this side in there, right?
Exactly. Yep. And then your other screw goes through your washer and on the other side.
And this screw on this side.
Yep.
And we're good.
Yep. Okay. Exactly. And then what I do anymore is, these wires here are kind of exposed to the elements a little bit. These magnet wires to the BNC connector. So I coat that in hot glue. It's up to you whether
Okay.
you want to do that or not, but I just coat that in hot glue to just kind of provide a little bit of a protection there. So
I might be redoing that, so I may unsolder
yeah,
those and Dremel out a
understand.
little
Yeah. Oh,
spot. We'll see.
totally get it. Totally get it. And guys, if you've just joined the stream and you didn't hear us talking about that earlier, I have now developed this piece. Let me grab another one so you can see.
Yeah. So for those who've just joined, he found that the BNC initially these BNC mounts, it's a little tight for the screw or for the nut to fit. So he Dremels out any new kits you buy. He's got it printed out to where this
Yeah, this is
seats
printed with
better.
this. You can kind of see
There you
this
go.
slot in
Yeah.
here a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a slot in there for the BNC connector to just fit flush basically in there.
There you go.
It fits in, and the front of it is flush with the outside of the the bracket. So it really just fits in there really nice and snug. So the new design is definitely definitely
you
easier
won't
to
have
work
this
with.
issue that I'm
Exactly.
having right here of this nut not sticking if you buy an antenna.
I had a few of those original units ship without this, but the further I went, the more I hated it. So I just fixed it.
All right, let me wind this. And again, I don't need to cover that, right? With anything being
Cover what?
exposed wire. This exposed wire.
No, I don't usually. You can, if you
Okay.
want to put a little shrink wrap on there, you can, but I don't. It's not really that necessary. I may start putting shrink wrap on them. I haven't decided yet, but just for sometimes I'll just trim a little bit of the extra back that's soldered together. Just if there's just a whole bunch there and it's all twisted together all the way up and down, I'll just kind of trim a little bit of it back. But yeah, it should be fine.
I think I'm going to leave it as is, and we'll screw this together and call it good for now. Let it dry, and then I'll trim and test it after I get some of that wood fence done. Get something productive done today besides radio.
I think our bot changed its name and came back.
Oh, really? Not trying to promote anything, but
yeah, no, of course not. Never.
That's why I just need to stop all the others and just do Rumble, Facebook, and YouTube. All right. This is nice and snug. Oop, it's just spinning the back, so you got to hold the back. Here we go. All right. There we go. So now when we wind it, we just use this handle right here, and it winds the wire up.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a little hole here to put the end out so that it doesn't unwind.
If you want to, so there's a slight design change I made. I brought the size of the pin, the diameter of the pin down just a hair, and it makes it run smoother. So if you have any trouble, you might want to just run it a few times, cycle it a few times, get it loosened up and freed up, and then it should be fine. But if it fits too tight, you might want to loosen your washer just a little bit and run it a few times.
Got it.
But if you're not having any issues,
it seems good.
Yeah. I had an issue where when I was pulling wire out, it would start binding up a little bit. But I think loosening, kind of loosening that spool there just a tad fix that. So if you are having any issues, that's how to fix it.
Yeah, I'll let that mount glue. We'll see if it holds in. And then if I need to, I'll Dremel that out. But I'm not too worried about it if the glue holds. So that's it.
All right.
There you go. Let me go get some gravy and have some biscuits and gravy for lunch.
Yeah. There you go. And according to Forrest KI7QCF, the gravy of the whole thing is that I am participating in the newly licensed hams initiative. So the newly licensed hams initiative is something, if you've been licensed for 30 days or less, email me before you place your order, and I'll give you a coupon code for 25% off your whole first order. So just let me know if you're a newly licensed ham. I'll take care of you. There's a few other few other companies, I believe, participating in the newly licensed hams initiative. So go check out Forest KI7QCF if you're interested in that. I see Pepe HB9EBT just subscribed. He's from Switzerland. So great to see
okay.
Pepe in the chat. He's a
Thanks,
very good
Pepe.
friend. And yeah.
Let me get one more thing up here. You know, most probably know who you are and your stuff, but let me get this out. And we'll post this. Oh, I see Ziggy's in. So this is his YouTube, Andy's YouTube.
Yeah.
And I probably could type it quicker than copying and pasting. And just his callsign.com is his shop. And here's the shop up here. So he's got some video here showing you how it works. There it is. He's unwinding the
that was an early version. So if you see some discrepancies with the current version, that's just kind of a demo of the early prototype of it. So,
but that's how compact it is. See, he's just holding the backside of it, and it winds right out with that middle spool.
That's the 20, and the 40 is just slightly larger, not a whole lot. So,
so there's the kit in the middle. This is the 40 kit that I just put together. There's a 20 kit. You can buy them assembled if you don't want to do the work, and he'll send that to you there. Is that it on here? Or is there a shop? Oh, shop.
Yep, shop.
Let's see what else you got. Oh yeah, the name tag is new. Oh, here, hold on. Let me make me just slightly bigger.
Call sign keychains right here. That's showing backwards in the camera, but you can see here these are call sign keychains, nice and flexible. They're printed out of TPU. Really nice, durable, flexible keychains. So throw that on your.
Nice.
I've been carrying my personal one around for quite a while now, so really like it.
There you go. And then the antennas. So check him out. For those who haven't, it's a fun little project. And as you can hear and see the others, and I think the Brocam, Chris Radio and Life, who else has been using theirs? Check out their channels. You can see them using it as well.
Absolutely. Those guys. And then, there's a bunch of them. Forest KI7QCF's been using it. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head who all. There's a bunch of them. Just search N-Fed Biscuit on YouTube and you'll get a bunch of or N-Fed Biscuit antenna. Chris Berger says there needs to be a bearing. I've considered putting a bearing in there, so keep an eye out. I may have an upgraded premium high temp version with a bearing or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You mean just in the spindle, in the spool?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about putting a bearing in there. We'll see what happens. I also just got an order of HTPLA in. Polymaker finally got it back in stock, so I may be trying some high temp options for you folks in Texas.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out. I may have some high temp versions of this available soon. So we'll see.
So if the biscuit becomes larger because you have to use a larger toroid or something, just call it the Texas biscuit.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely, the Texas biscuit.
1,500 watts.
Yeah, well, I've actually got a for if you've got like 2 minutes, I've got a story for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this somebody told me this a while back, and I found it quite humorous. So there's this fella, and I cannot verify the validity of this story, but I'll tell you basically as it was told to me. This fella came and visited his friend in Missouri. He came from Texas, and they were driving along, and they saw a rabbit running across the road. And the guy from Texas, he goes, "What's that?" And the Missourian goes, "That's a rabbit." He goes, "Oh man, come on! In Texas, our rabbits are way bigger than that. They're so much bigger than that. We've got gigantic rabbits." So they drove on a little further, and they see a deer off in a field. And the Texan goes, "What's that?" He goes, "That's a deer." It's a deer. Oh, come on! Our deer, they're a lot bigger than that. We have great big deer down in Texas. So they drive on a little further, and the Missourian by this point he's getting pretty frustrated at this Texan. So they drive on a little further. They see a turtle crossing the road, and the Texan goes, "What's that?" He said, "It's a tick."
About right. I don't know. The rabbits around where I'm at aren't very big. They're kind of scrawny, but
yeah,
that's funny. I could see it being a tick.
Yeah. Here in Missouri, we're definitely not lacking for ticks. They're very, very annoying.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one thing coming down here from Idaho, and then I lived in Seattle for 17 years and moving to Texas. I've been here now 17, 18 years. I think this might be the longest place I've lived, but
Nice.
it's just the bugs, man. The bugs are everywhere. That's why I like when we have a cold front and
Yeah.
I have no bugs, no flies, nothing. I love it down here.
Oh
It's so
yeah,
nice.
absolutely. No, yeah, I've lived in Missouri all my life, and yeah, we definitely have bug free winters and bug intense summers. So I'm
Yeah.
always glad when the bugs are gone. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having
And
me on, Paul. I
yeah,
really
thanks for
enjoyed it.
coming,
It was a
Andy.
lot of fun.
Chris
Yeah, if
just
you have any
dropped. I think
questions
that's your
for
Discord there.
yeah, thank you so much. If you have any questions about finalizing that thing, feel free to reach out to me. And anybody who wants to
We'll
reach out to
do.
me in Discord or on my website, I've got just a contact form on my website if you want to reach out or send me an email, Andy at N0APX.com.
All right, everybody. Thanks again, Andy. I'm excited to get this out and test it. I may not. I'm not patient enough to maybe fix the end. I might just loosely secure it and start set it up and cutting it because I'm excited to test it out tonight. I want to
There you
get
go.
it as a sloper and test it out tonight when 40 meters is like
Yeah,
the critical frequency, or somewhere around there, and see how it does.
yeah,
But thanks again, Andy. Thanks everyone for joining.
absolutely.
See you tomorrow. What's today? Saturday? Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night, 8:30 Central. You have any videos or anything coming up, Andy, or you just kind of do things kind of
Um,
randomly?
lately I've been just kind of I've had some really crazy busyness in my life lately, but
Hmm.
I've been trying to get videos up here and there as I can. So nothing too extreme coming just yet, but hoping to have some maybe here in the next couple weeks. So yeah, keep an eye out.
Sounds good. All right, everyone.
Something for
73.
everybody.
Have a good weekend.